in a long time. Watch him get on here and he'll like just totally explode it. All right, going live. Going live, people. Hello, Monica. This is Angela. I am the nurse practitioner with Recrea Health and Wellness. I have a clinic in Medina, Ohio. I do a lot with GLPs and hormones. So we open this up and you guys can ask any question that you might have regarding GLPs and hormones or anything like that. So disclosure, I am not giving medical advice, but a lot of people like to think that I am, but I'm not. I promise I'm not. But I am here to just make sure that you guys are safe. I personally just want to make sure that I'm educating and teaching and just, really wanting to make sure that I'm doing everything. So, I think it's Simone or I don't. I'm really tired from Margero. If you're on the name brand, then there's no vitamin B12 or B6 in there. So what I highly recommend is that you make sure that you take a B12, and it needs to be methyl B12. But make sure that you're getting a methyl B12 or a B6 or a good B complex, because a lot of times what happens is your B12 levels get really, really low, and that's where you lack that energy. So you really want to make sure that you get a good methyl B12 vitamin, and that will help you. Or you can go get your B12 levels checked, and that's really important. So Pixie Picks, have a moment for a question. Go right ahead. That's what I'm here for. You guys can ask all the questions that you want. I try to get to all of them, but if you've been on here before, you know I get behind a lot of times on my questions. So please, please, please ask away. Please follow both of my pages. I am streaming on 2 pages right now. So I'm streaming on Recrea Health, and I'm streaming on Recrea Wellness. Recrea Health is my main page. Recrea Wellness is my backup page. And that is what's going on. No, I have not had hair loss. This is my natural hair. Oop, and I have a hair out of place there. I have had thin hair my whole life, and I did not lose any more hair on this at all. So what you have to do is you have to make sure you're getting your protein. You have to make sure that you are women getting at least 100 grams a day. Guys are getting 120. I take my collagen. I personally like the Nutrafol collagen, and I get my hair vitamins as well. So what I do is I like my vitamins. So if you're interested in either of these, you can DM me and I can help you. So definitely reach out and we can help you. Now, just to let you know, a lot of your questions might get filtered. So if your question is getting filtered, that's TikTok, not me. So just to let you know. So, and I cannot read numbers, and I do have to talk a lot in code. So just to let you know. So Pixie, Pixie's question is, I'm down. Holy moly, Pixie, that is amazing. I cannot read the numbers, but I've been on 7.5 since this past May. Okay, so you have 2 parts here. All right, gotta wait for the rest of it to come across. Food noise is coming back. Don't be afraid to go up. But I was just telling somebody this morning when I was doing their consult, when that food noise comes back, look at your protein and your hydration. Those 2 things are really, really important. I always increase when the food noise is coming back, when the cravings are coming back. Don't be afraid to increase that dose. Second, make sure you're getting your protein. Women, 100 grams a day, guys, 120, and make sure you're very well hydrated, because a lot of times that food noise will come back when you're not getting enough protein. That is a definite for sure thing. And you have to make sure you're getting that protein, because The protein in itself, okay, then get some vegetables too. Pixie, do you know how many grams a day of protein you're getting? But I definitely would throw in some vegetables, complex carbs. I don't like keto. And if you've been doing keto for a long time, then it's it's time to switch it a little bit. Because a lot of times what happens is our bodies get used to one thing. So a lot of times we have to switch things around a little bit. And that's what we can do to help that happen. What happens when you max out and the food noise comes back? Great questions today, guys. So again, that's when you have to change up. You might have to change your calories. You might have to change the lifestyle that you've been living. So if you've been doing keto, switch it to something different. Or if you have been doing, so maybe you've been doing intermittent fasting, which I don't like keto or intermittent fasting. I do not recommend those. It's hard to get your protein. It's hard to get your calories. Okay. So what happens when that you max out? So a lot of times what I do is you might go off of it for a few weeks. You might then restart back at the bottom, or maybe you switch to the other one, or maybe you boost up your protein or decrease your calories. There's a lot of different things that you can do. That's when I suggest doing a free consultation with us, because I can look at you personally and we can talk and we can figure out what specifically works with you. And that's what we're really, really good at. And that's what I recommend doing, is reaching out to us and having us, help you figure out what works best for you. And that is what my team and I are really good at. And so I've been prescribing these for 4 years, and I've been taking them for 4 years. So if you're stuck or you don't know what to do, just reach out to us and we can really help you. So I was on GLP for a month until I started to get phantom smells, anxiety. So that's an interesting one. And which one were you on, Anne? I'm just curious to see which one you were on, because that's interesting. What can you do about the fatigue on the second day? Sometimes that fatigue will hit anytime. It just, some people, it just hits. So I look at calories. I look at protein, and then I look at which med you're on. Are you on name brand versus compound? So I only deal with compound, which I really like compound a lot, because compound has the B12 or the B6, or, I really like the fact that it has the B12 and the B6. And here's why: because it supports your energy levels and it helps with giving you that ability to help with the energy, and that prevents the fatigue because you have that B12 and the B6, which is great, and you really need that support. So if you're not getting the B12 and the B6, then you need to find other sources of that, and it could be in your diet, or it could be with a vitamin. So if you're going to add in B12, always make sure it's a methyl B12, because a lot of times your body won't absorb it unless it's methyl. And you know what? You can always go get labs and check your vitamin D, your B12, and all of those things, because it's really, really important. And then, check your calories, because if your calorie levels are too low, nobody should ever be getting calories less than 1,200. Your calories should always be, women, 13 to 1,400 calories, guys, 16 to 1,800 calories at a minimum. You really need to make sure that you're getting good calories and you're getting good protein. What about drinking? Does it make the medication less effective? If you're talking about drinking alcohol, no. It doesn't make the medication less effective, but these medications can affect alcohol, and so you need to be very careful when you drink alcohol, because you don't know how your body is going to respond to it. So you need to drink slow when you first drink with it, but they're also using these to help people stop drinking. So that is amazing, because they're helping people stop drinking, stop smoking. They're really doing a lot of different things to help people just to stop with the addiction and things with these medications. So you want to be careful. So Anne is on Terzep. And Anne, they blocked your question, which is kind of crazy, but that's what they do. Okay, Pixie, not on keto, just prioritize protein, which is good. I do not like keto on these, because it's just my opinion. So don't anybody bash me. It's just my opinion. I really, really do like that everybody gets their vegetables, get their protein, but stay away from the simple carbs. Simple carbs are anything that's processed to be white sugar, flour, pasta, rice. You want to stay away from those because those can cause a lot of problem. Katie Bear just took my first shot Friday evening. Welcome to the family. I appreciate that. I'm glad you're here. So what I highly recommend, I don't track macros. I have never tracked macros and I never ever will, because if I make it complicated, you're not going to do it. And I just don't believe in it. And if I tell you that you need to track your macros, you're going to be like, nope, I'm not going to do it, Ange. I'm just not going to do it. And that's why I tell people protein and complex carbs. That's all you have to know. Your complex carbs are naturally in the earth, and that's all there is to it. And if I tell you to do that, you're going to be fine. But if I start telling you to track your macros, then you're going to hate life, and I'm going to hate life, and we're just not going to do it. So that's just how I've always done it. And people have been quite successful on my program. So that's just how I do it. I'm sure the nutritionists out there are kind of like cringing at me and being like, oh my God, Ange, I can't believe you don't track your macros. Never have. And that's my picture in the background. And you can see that I've done quite well. All right. So Anne is on tour. And started to get phantom smells and panic attacks. Okay, I have actually heard that quite often. Not the smells, but the anxiety. And I don't know why. It's just common with that one, especially name brand. And I don't have any answers for why. I would just say maybe switch to the other one and see how you do. So somebody else has said they had fluttering, small palpitations in the throat, week 2 and 4, after and week before period. That is unusual. Thank you for the pumpkin. I've not seen that one before. That's pretty cool. Thank you. I've heard the palpitations. I've not heard in the throat. I definitely would talk to your provider about that one, and it's related to your period. So that's a little bit different. I've not heard that before. So I definitely would reach out to your provider, your primary, and maybe have them check your labs, maybe have them check your heart rate, your blood pressure, and see what's going on there, and see if maybe it's related to your medications at all, because there's definitely something going on there. Do you know if it can trigger a severe allergic asthma? I had one of my good friends, she actually was able to take S, no issues whatsoever. Her doctor told her, hey, your insurance is going to cover name brand MJ. So she is like, hey, my insurance is going to cover it, so why not? So she actually took the name brand MJ and had a full-on anaphylactic ICU intubated allergic reaction. And it was very scary. And so, yes, they can cause an allergic reaction. Any medication can. So you always need to be aware of that. So, asthma, yes, you always just need to be aware of that because it can happen. So if you're somebody that's sensitive or has asthma or has a tendency of having an easy allergic reaction or anything like that, make sure that you take this with people around so they can call 911. Fortunately, my friend had her son home when she took the medication, so he was able to call 911. She's completely fine, and she was able to take Semo with no problem whatsoever. So just make sure that you have somebody around if you do tend to have a lot of allergies to medications. So, she's fine now. Totally fine. All right. No, when you switch these medications, you always need to go back down to the lowest dose. Do not ever go from the top dose to the top dose. You will be horribly ill. They are very, very different medications, okay? So you need to be very, very careful. So Kate is asking about PBC 157. Absolutely love it. It is a phenomenal medication, and I do have it available. You can DM, and I can help you with that. I don't know so much about psoriasis. I would actually have to Google that because I don't know. It's more for joint and muscle and body recovery and stuff like that. And it does have some gut health with the KPV in it. So it is absolutely amazing. And I really do like it. And it's really good for pain and things like that. But I'm not so sure about the psoriasis part of that. Is there a guaranteed way to avoid hair loss and shedding. I can't guarantee. I mean, I'm in the medical field. We don't guarantee anything. Ha ha ha. There's always that disclaimer. But I can pretty closely make sure that if you get your protein, 100 grams a day for women, 120 grams a day for guys, sprinkle it throughout your day and you should be fine. But I would highly recommend your collagen. I highly recommend Nutrafol, one of the best collagens out there. Highly recommend. And then I would recommend Nutrafol hair vitamins, one of the best ones on the market. Now, they say 95% of people that take this will maintain the hair they have and grow back hair if you have the hair follicles. I highly recommend this. If you DM me, I can definitely help you with that. So, Nutrafol is amazing. If you get your protein and you take collagen and you do the Nutrafol, absolutely 100%. That is how I have prevented from losing my hair. Caitlin, it is not pre-recorded, and I have not had any questions over here to answer, so I don't know why you're saying it's pre-recorded. I've been watching on Recrea Health, and there is no questions for me to answer, Caitlin. So it is not pre-recorded. Caitlin, ask a question if you would like me to prove that it's not pre-recorded. All right. Caitlin on Recrea Health is trying to say that it's pre-recorded, everybody. So Recrea Wellness is currently the ones that are asking the questions. So Recrea Health has not asked any questions at this point. So I'm not answering any questions over there. All right, unless you guys are getting blocked for some reason, which TikTok loves to do. All right, what can you do for fatigue on the second day? I already answered. You need to get your B vitamins. B vitamins are essential for helping fatigue. And what we have a really cool vitamin that we do have available that you would have to you DM me and I can help you with that. So what we do is we can send that to you, but you just need to DM us. And it's called LipoBurn. It can help with the stall. It can help with whenever you kind of get that, just that. I mean, it's got a fat burner in it. It has energy support, and it also has immunity support in it as well. So it has a lot of really wonderful things. What about drinking? Does it make the medication less effective? It doesn't make it less effective. It actually makes you not want to drink. So that's kind of really important there. I'm a lot of fun, let me tell you. I don't know if you've watched any of my videos over on the Recrea Health side, but I just had some fun making some videos this morning that I posted. So if you want to go over there. So our pricing, you can purchase from us, but my main thing is to make sure that I'm educating and teaching people. But if you would like to purchase from us, we do cover 47 states. And what we do is we have S for $2.99 in most states and T is $4.50 in most states. So I would love for you to please give us a call. We also do free consultations, so we are more than happy to help you. If you would like to come in, you don't have to come in. We do telehealth. You couldn't, Megan, you couldn't get to it? Megan, reach out to us via, I can't say that. DM me, Megan, and I can give you the info to obtain that. And then I can get your info and we can definitely take care of that. See, Caitlin, I'm not pre-recorded. I just answered Megan's question. All right. I'm sorry. I got on the Recrea Health side. It sent me down to the bottom and now I'm trying to figure out where I was. What are complex carbs? While I'm looking. Complex carbs are naturally in the earth. So anything that's naturally in the earth. So that is your vegetables, your whole grains, your oats, your potatoes, and fruit is in there, but you want to be careful with your fruit because if you don't burn the fruit is going to turn to sugar, which is not good. You don't want that. So you need to be very careful with that. And fruit is also anything with a high glycemic control can give you the sulfur bursts or the burps or indigestion, which you want to be careful with that as well. So you don't want to inject in the same spot each time. You want to alternate either around the belly button, 2 inches around, or you can go alt around this way, so out around the out in the stomach, into the love handles. You can go in the outer thigh. You can go into your arm. I personally, for 4 years, have injected in my stomach. You can go in the back of your arm. The stomach is the most effective, but you can have more side effects there. And if you want, you can do the arm or the outer thigh if you get side effects and you don't want those side effects. Nausea. Decrease your dose. If you are nauseous and throwing up, decrease your dose. Ask your provider for Zofran, okay? You should never, ever just deal with the nausea. That is not good, and don't deal with it. Check to see if you're getting complex carbs, because if you're getting the complex carbs, that can also cause nausea. Not complex carbs, I'm so sorry, I just spoke there. Simple carbs. Simple carbs are anything that is processed white. They will make you nauseous. They will make you burp, indigestion, and feel like garbage. So you need to get those out of your life. Plus, they will make you look like that photo in the background. Just started Saturday. Is it normal for the injection site to be sore? No, that is not normal, but it can happen. I mean, you're sticking a needle in somewhere. So yes, that can happen. So you might be a little bit tender, but it shouldn't be after, we're 2 days out. So I would say that's definitely a little bit odd. Kate, where did you inject? After taking 7 milligrams for 2 weeks, can you decrease on the third week? Absolutely. You could always decrease, always. If you want to decrease at any time. Okay. If I don't get your question, especially on the Recrea Health side, because I got lost and then I can't figure out where I was, and you guys are backing me up on questions, which is great. It's fantastic, but I am definitely lost. All right, so hair loss. You guys really having a lot of questions about hair loss. So hair. Protein, you have to get your protein. That is definitely an absolute must. Sprinkle your protein throughout your day. You have to. You just absolutely have to. Women 100 grams a day, guys 120 grams a day. I drink 2 shakes a day. My first shake has 40 grams. My second shake has 40 grams. And then I eat dinner. And then I'll throw in like a protein water. This has 20 grams a day. I bought that split, which is in one of my videos I just posted today on the Recrea Health site. All of my products I try to do, or I have tried, or I do them on a regular basis. All of the products. So on my Recrea Health page, please follow both of my pages. Recrea Health is my main page. Recrea Wellness is my backup page. I had to have a backup page because I kept getting in trouble on my main page. But my main page is where I post most of my videos. So that is also where all of my products are that I recommend to keep us healthy. So I would recommend going to my main page, Recrea Health. And what you want to do is go to my main page so that you can purchase. I put a lot of protein up there. I put probiotics up there, stuff to support our bowels, because that's another big one. Nausea. Decrease your dose, okay? Avoid the simple carbs because that is extremely important. Hair. You have to get your protein. You have to get your collagen. You have to get a hair vitamin. My personal favorite collagen and hair vitamin is Nutrafol. Okay, DM me and I can help you with those. You have, even if it's for thyroid, collagen and Nutrafol hair vitamin is so important, even if it's for thyroid. Any reason your hair is falling out, this is amazing. It is the best one I feel out on the market, and the dermatologists are going to tell you the same thing. It is absolutely amazing. Nutrafol, seriously, is one of the best hair vitamins and collagen that are out there. You're going to pay a little bit more, but trust me, it's definitely worth it. I'm not even up to 2 units on the 1.7 strength, and I have set, okay, Megan, I can't read. You know I can't read that. But when you get that close, Megan, It gets hard. Whenever your BMI gets that 24.9 to 29, it gets so hard. And you have to start counting the calories. You have to get the protein. You have to get active. You have to really start. You tried to trick me, Megan. You have to really start being very, very mindful. And that's where the lipo burn really would kick in and really help you with that. Is there any side effects on the Nutrafol? No, but if you don't eat when you take it, because I like to take all my vitamins at one time because darn it, they don't come as a gummy. I wish they did, but I like to take all my vitamins at one time. And I took all 4 of them and I was getting ready to go to breakfast and I didn't eat before I took them. Oh my gosh, I threw up. And I think there's like cayenne pepper in it or something. It was the worst throw up of my life because it just burned the whole way back up. So just eat before you take them is my opinion on them. But it's all natural. It's 100% all natural vitamins and they're fantastic. So my opinion on T versus S. What I tell everybody is they're one molecule different, and in my clinic, they're $151 difference. So what I tell people is I highly recommend start with S because they're very similar in their side effects. They're very similar in the way that they work, and they're going to help you have the same W. And why I don't start with T a lot of times is because they're one molecule different and $151 difference. Because I can manage you and do what I need to do on S, and the time that we switch to T is once you have, maybe you can't tolerate S as well, which is very rare. Or maybe, after you've been on it and you've maxed out on dose on S, and then you're like, you know what, it's just not working. Then we'll switch to T. And I have actually been on both. I get more nausea on T, to be honest with you. So I definitely... I usually choose people. I tell people to start with S first. Somebody asked to see the Nutrafol packet again. So that's the difference between the two and why I choose, one over the other. So that's the difference. So this is the vitamins. And if you are interested, you can definitely DM me and I can help you with that. All right, so guys, I think I figured out where I was. Electrolytes are fantastic, and I do the Propel. I really, really like the little Propel electrolytes, and I get a whole slew of them. They come in a lot of different flavors, and the electrolytes are fantastic. So you can take peptides. Absolutely. You can take peptides at any age, I would say. Peptides are amazing because they help our bodies forget what they're supposed to do, which is fantastic. So I really highly recommend peptides. I'm going to plead with everybody, please, 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 please share my life. I am here to educate and teach and keep people safe on these. I am pleading to all the RNs, the PAs, and NPs out there. I posted a video. I want us to all join forces. So if there's any health coaches, health consultants, anybody out there, please join forces. I posted a video on my Recrea Health page yesterday. And what I would like to do is for all of us to join forces so that we can keep the public safe. Because there's so many fake players out there that are just out there to take everybody's money. And I don't want us getting people sick. And that is what is happening. And it's ridiculous. So I lost some hair without the shot. And so I'm scared of the GLP. So 1,750 calories, Elena, is too many calories. Most women are 1,300 to 1,400 calories. Protein that you said 110 is fantastic. GLPs are amazing. If you're getting your protein and you are getting, taking a collagen, you should be totally fine, honestly. And if you want to take the extra step, take the hair vitamin. Really, honestly, you should be fine. Have you heard scenarios where TNS yields to the results, but the branded does? No. I've actually heard the opposite. I've heard where the brand does not give the results and the compounded does. And how do I know that? because people will be on the compound and then all of a sudden their insurance will cover it. And then the insurance doesn't cover it. And then they end up coming back to me, and they had better results when they're with me versus when they're not with me. So that's how I know that. And I know that for a fact. So I have actually seen that multiple times, and they always have better results with me. Plus compounded. So name brand S is 2.4 milligrams. My compounded is 2.5 milligrams. And that's the difference. Is it normal to be hungry at the higher dose? No, but what happens is we tend to learn to eat around them. We tend to have more cravings around them. So it definitely, it's more our mental states that kind of cause us to feel like we're more hungry, or we get lax in our protein or our hydration or our calories, and that changes up things. And that's what causes the difference. I went to try GLP, but I'm worried it may cause problems down the road. I've been on it for 4 years. They've been around for 10 to 15 years. They really have amazing results and amazing health benefits. They're actually good for your heart, which goes to the next question on Recrea Health. Can they cause fluid retention? They actually do the opposite. They get rid of the fluid retention because they're good for your heart and your blood vessels. They've actually shown that they're good for your kidneys. They've shown that they're good for your nervous system, and they just released that it's good for your liver. So it actually is really good. Nausea. Stay away from the simple carbs because they can cause nausea. And if you do get nauseous, decrease the dose. And if you can't decrease the dose because you're on the lowest dose, then ask your provider for Zofran. If somebody like me, I tend to get nauseous very, very easily. So what I do is I have Zofran everywhere. And I just highly recommend that you have that available because that is something that is going to be the best. Okay, Luna says, hello, everybody. Okay, I forgot to take my shot Wednesday. Can I take the full dose today? So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. No, I would not, because you don't want to take it more than 3 days late. And that is because you can make yourself really sick, but it depends also on what dose you're on. Because if you are on a lower dose, you should be okay. But if you're on a higher dose, then no, I would not. Insurance stopped paying. I don't like insurances at all. They are so mean. I gave up insurance like 8 years ago, taking it in my practice because they were just so ridiculous. They make it so difficult for everybody. It's ridiculous. So to get the lipo burn, yes, that's the name brand. Just reach out to me, DM me, and I can help you get that. It's all I can say. Dang it. TikTok's so tough on me. All right. So what I would do is reach out to me. So you had to switch to Wegovy and it doesn't last the full 7 days. Almost all of them don't last the full 7 days. And that is typical for a lot of these medications. And so what you have to do is there's a couple different things that you can do. So you can reach out to your provider and tell them that. Some people will split dose. Some people will just increase the protein, increase the hydration. I tend to like it because I will leave those 2 days where I have a little bit more appetite so that I can, I do it for Saturday, Sunday. So what I can do is that's when I spend more time with the family. I'm just more mindful. And what I do is I can, say we go out to eat and then I'll just eat. I know I can eat a little bit more, and I'll still have my protein shake in the morning. I'll still have my protein shake during the day, but then maybe we'll go out for dinner. And that's when I know that I can just eat a little bit more. Can a GLP help with, lipedema, I think is what you're asking. Yes, it can actually, because it's going to help your circulation improve. So yes, it actually can. I am on Ozempic and struggle with my W and L. So some people can't, and what they said is they can't tolerate a higher dose than 0.75. Some people can't, but the longer you're on these, your body will build up a tolerance. So if you give yourself a month or two on that lower dose, and then you have Zofran in your, I'm going to do a video on this, and I have it almost all together. Rescue pack, or your, I got to think of the right word I want to call it, in your safety pack. I don't know what I want to call it yet, but if you have it ready and available, Zofran, then you might be able to go up. But if if you have your protein, you have your calories down pat, you're very well hydrated, you might be able to go up in a couple months, and that would work. So you definitely. I felt I'm done better taking. Some people do take it in the evening. If it has B12 or B6, you want to take it in the morning. Have you ever heard of developing a rash? Yes. Usually it's at the site. It sometimes is from the B12 or the B6. I haven't really heard it from the B6. A lot of times it's from the alcohol prep pad. So I will tell people, the easiest thing to do is get rid of the alcohol prep pad, or just do soap and water when you wash the area before you inject it. And then if it's still there, then you can always talk to your provider as well and have them switch up what it's mixed with. Should I take it in the same pot? I already answered that. No, do not. Welcome to the family if you're just taking it for the first time. So type 1 using the GLPs. Last I heard, it has not been approved yet. You have to really work with your provider on that. And you want to make sure everybody is aware of what is going on and how you're using this, because you have to be very, very closely monitored, because it can drop your blood sugar. And a lot of the type 1s are wearing monitors and they have an insulin pump. So it has to be very, very closely monitored, but it is not approved. And you have to talk to your primary care, your endocrinologist, and everybody like that, because they may not agree to let you do this. So it is something that is not approved yet, but I think it's going to come eventually. I really do, because it really is a good thing. Had gallbladder surgery years ago and still have issues with food going through me. Will GLP work? Yeah, we have seen people with no gallbladder do very well on this. Again, you have to check the lifestyle and the eating habits, stay very well hydrated, make sure that everything is going very, very, be very, very careful, because you could get diarrhea pretty easily. Make sure you're doing your fiber, make sure you're taking your probiotics and all of those things as well. So definitely check that. All right. So a lot of people do have a really good W that first couple of weeks, and they feel fantastic. Then you're going to hit that stall, which is normal. It's totally normal. So a lot of times in that first couple of weeks, because remember, this is cardio protective. So what happens is your body has that fluid retention, and it's going to just help your body release that, which is fantastic. But you just kind of like, oh, then it hit that stall and you're like, oh no, what happened? It was doing so good. It's normal. It's okay. Women have a 1 to 3 a week, and then guys are 3 to 5 until you get into that normal BMI. And then it just kind of comes to a screeching halt. And then you're like, oh, darn it. And then you just, it's harder. So then you have to count the calories, you have to count the protein, you have to really start getting active. You have to really start kind of getting into all of that. And then, that's where the lipo burn comes in. That's where, you really have to start putting in that effort. So there's a lot of stuff that goes into that. If you have to leave, because I know a lot of you are at work, if you have to leave, please drop me a DM if I didn't get to your question, and my team and I will get to it. And then you are more than welcome to always DM me. We are more than happy to always answer your questions. Follow both of my pages, Recrea Health and Recrea Wellness. And please share my live. And if you go to my other page, please go to my other page, Recrea Health. That's my main page. I have my backup page, which I'm trying to grow it as well, because I like to get in trouble sometimes. So just because I say words that, somebody doesn't like in the big sky out here. So I do have a lot of products that support this whole journey that we're on, and that's on my Recrea Health page. And I am here to just teach and educate. So if you ever have any questions, Darlene, thank you for joining us for this little bit of time. I do appreciate it. I am always on live Monday, Tuesday, Thursdays, or at least I try to be. My husband just took a new job, so I actually will probably be on live more, because I will get bored on Fridays and Saturdays, because he's going to be working Fridays and Saturdays. So you'll probably see me on those 2 days now too. So because yeah, when I get bored, you guys are going to be my entertainment. I apologize now for that. But you are more than welcome to always DM me. Please follow me. You can follow both pages. That would be fantastic. And if you could please share this live, that would be fantastic as well. We do have S available for $2.99 in 47 states, and we have T available for $4.50 in 47 states. And that's the pricing for most. T is not available in California. California, you guys just got some funky rules out there. That's for darn sure. But we are definitely here. But if you have to go and I didn't answer your question, please DM your question and I will get back to you, I promise. How do you stop bloating and acid and stomach pain? Okay. So a lot of the bloating, first of all, check your protein. Are you taking in whey? Because whey is notorious for causing bloating. So what I would recommend is stopping whey if you have bloating. Then also looking at, are you getting simple carbs? Because simple carbs are terrible for causing bloating, gas, sulfur burps, acid reflux, and the stomach pain is not normal. So are you moving your bowels every day? Because you need to make sure you're getting your fiber. You need to make sure that you are moving those bowels every day. So if those things are all not in there, then definitely talk to your medical provider because they can help you. So that is really, really important. Okay, question. I'm sorry, Kingdom Consultant. I see you have a question on terzepatide. Please raise your hand and ask a question. Because I don't see your question. I don't know where it went. Weaning down and still L-ing. So what's the best way to wean off? What we do here is we decrease the dose and then we stretch the dose out. Sorry, my hand went off the screen there. So what we do is we would go down to the lowest dose on either of them. Typically what I'll do is switch people to S because it's less expensive, but then you decrease it down to like the lower 1 or 2 doses, dose 1 or dose 2. Then you stretch it out 10 to 14 days. Then if you're still L-ing and you don't want to L anymore, then you can take it out further. And then you just keep increasing the time apart until you're at that dose that you really do want to be, or you're at the W that you want to be. And then if you're still doing good and the food noise is controlled, the hunger is controlled, and you're feeling great, then you can just go off of it if you're feeling fine, But I have people that inject once a month and they feel great. So that's an option as well. All right. I don't know why your site still hurts after, do you know what? Yeah. I mean, it can. I was going to say, I did mine this morning and nope, it's not sore. I'm wondering how big your needle was because that's kind of crazy. Get Zofran. Definitely, if you're nauseous, get Zofran. And if you can get the one that goes under the tongue, even better. Because the one under your tongue is going to work in like 15 minutes, where the one you swallow, it may not be so good. And this is terrible, but if you swallow it and then it comes right back up, you can put it in your bottom. And that sounds terrible, but honestly, talk to your provider if you need help with that. But it seriously does work. We answered, Elena, we did the hair thing a little while ago, but I'll do it again now. Okay, hair. So protein, and my hair's always been like this because somebody's going to say something. My hair's been like this since I was a kid, and so I've always had thin hair. But okay, so protein. Women need 100 grams a day. Guys need 120 grams a day. You have to get a collagen. I personally think that this is the best one on the market. The dermatologists recommend this one as well. You could DM me if you are interested, and I think this one is the best one to get. Then their hair vitamin, they have 95% efficacy on growing hair back. So I highly recommend this one as well. So I really like their hair vitamin. Nutrafol is their collagen and their hair vitamin. So if you want to DM me, I can help you with that as well. And I'm not intentionally not answering questions. I'm a lot of questions behind, and that's why I'm not getting to the questions very quickly. So just please bear with me. I'm not avoiding questions. I really not. Yes. Yeah, so Megan had a good response for the injection site hurting. If you you want to put it in really fast, and then you want to put the medication in slow. And so you might have put it in the needle in too slow, and then put the medication in too quick. So next time, try that. All right. Let me find. I'm on T, but now W is slow. That happens. That happens a lot. If you give, you have great W, and then all of a sudden it slows down. Totally normal. That is 100% normal. Everybody will go through periods of that, especially once you get into that BMI of 24.8 to 29. It happens all the time, and it happens to all of us. I was stuck for 2 years, and I teetered between like 2 to 4 lbs for 2 years. And then finally, for whatever reason, about a month ago, I started L'ing again. I don't know what, and it was a lipo burn. I switched from S to T. I got back in the gym. I've had 2 shoulder surgeries since March. I don't know what happened or what was different, but I changed up my calories. I added another protein in. All the things that I tell you guys, that's what I did. And, you just have to kind of keep switching things around and figuring out what's going to work for you. That's why I always say, I live this journey with you guys. The things I tell you, I'm trialing on myself just to try and figure out, okay, what's going to be the thing that works. So I'm always trying to figure out what's going to work for you. What's going to work for you isn't going to work for the next person, but it's always trying to give you ideas and give me ideas. And then I'm learning from you what I can tell the next person. So everybody is different. And that's really honestly what I'm here for, is to teach and educate and keep you guys safe. Now, you can definitely buy from us. I mean, I have the meds, but you don't have to. And we offer a free consultation. So if I don't get to your question and you want to do a free consultation, you can reach out to us, DM us, and I can definitely help you. So I don't talk about other pharmacies on here because, one, that's not fair to me. If you want to purchase, please come to us. Our pricing is one price from one dose to the end dose. We don't have any contracts, no membership fees or anything like that. But I don't talk about any other pharmacies because I'm not going to bash any other pharmacies. I'm not going to, tell you anything negative about them. But Sue, I can tell you, be careful with the online pharmacies, because honestly, if you can't ever talk to a person, that scares me. That scares me really, really bad. And the pharmacy that you listed, a lot of times people can't get a hold of them. And that really, really does scare me. So I highly recommend, make sure you can talk to a human. If you're going to go somewhere other than me and my team, make sure you can talk to a human. You can always get a hold of us. You can always text us. You can always talk to us. And my price may not be the cheapest in the beginning, but I know as those pharmacies that you can start out at a low dose and it's cheaper, but as their prices go up, it's more than mine. So just, keep that in mind. I had a 3-week lapse of W, and the pharmacist and doctor said it would be fine to take the shot. Oh my gosh. And Wendy Man said it. Don't do it. Do not. If you miss more than 10 days, go down in your dose. Please, 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 please go down in your dose. Oh my gosh, you will be so sick and you will be throwing up and hating life. You have to go down in a dose. Please, please, please don't do that. Oh, Melissa, you did it, and they were so wrong. Oh my God, they were so wrong. I don't know why. Oh, I'm so sorry, Melissa. I hate that they did that to you. That is why I'm doing what I'm doing, because this stuff happens all the time. A pharmacist and a physician. I'm a nurse practitioner. I know I'm not a doctor. I don't claim to be one. I don't claim to be one on TV either. But This is why I've been doing this for 4 years. I understand these meds inside and out. I've been on them for 4 years. I've been prescribing them for 4 years, and I've been taking care of hundreds and hundreds of people. And this just, oh, it just floors me. I am so sorry, Melissa, that they did that to you, because you were probably vomiting like crazy. And and I'm sure you probably gave your shot on a Friday, and then you had all weekend that you were horribly ill. And that's just miserable. My T and S are the same price from beginning dose to end dose. We do the highest dose concentration available out on the market. So my S is 5 milligram per 1 ml, and that is $2.99, regardless of beginning dose to the end dose. Excuse me. My T is 20 milligram per ml, and that is $4.99, or I'm sorry, $4.50 in most states. So I hope that answers your question. And then, okay, I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so I really. Contrave is okay. I do not like phentermine. I just personally don't like it. It's a controlled substance. It's addictive, and it has a lot of side effects. And once you usually go off of it, you tend to gain all the weight back. So that's why I don't like it. My husband takes tea, but he never has decrease in appetite. Super slow L. Probably he's not getting enough protein. He might not be getting the right calories. He might not be on the right dose. I've been hearing a lot lately. A lot of these pharmacies, online pharmacies, or wherever you guys are getting these, they're not increasing. And I don't know why. I don't understand that. I don't know why they're not increasing it. So it's just very odd to me. So Teresa, I would have to get a little bit more information. So if you want to do a free consultation, just DM me, because yeah, that is a little odd that there's no L, because most people that do our program, their L is within the first week, especially the second week. So I don't understand when there's none in 2 months. That just makes me, scratch my head and say, So definitely, reach out to us. Have you heard scenarios where compounded deals? No, I have always had good L with compound. And honestly, and I told you before, what has happened is people have been on mine, and then they'll go to their primary and their insurance will pay for it. So then they'll go to name brand, and then their insurance stops paying, and so then they come back to us, and then they're like, oh, your guys' works so much better. And that happens often. All right. Inflammation. So I have had a lot of people tell me that it really works for their inflammation. So burden. Is there a chart for tea that explains more for the dose? Mine is 15 units. Every pharmacy, online pharmacy, clinic, not every, pretty much a lot of them, the dosing is so different. I've been in this for 4 years, and when the changes happened in May, it even got more confusing. There is not a chart. I wish there was, but there is not a chart, and I can't help you. I have no idea how to figure out the dosing. If I even remotely consider changing pharmacies, which I will never do, because I love my pharmacy that I've worked with, and I've worked with them for 4 years, and they're amazing, and they're FDA regulated, and they have a great product. But I have had, California is a difficult state. And I've tried to find pharmacies that can handle California, especially for tea. And I'll have to look at like the different dosings and things like that. And oh my gosh, it is crazy, the products and the different compoundings and all of that stuff. And it is just ridiculous. And you can't understand it. It's just insane to me. So I have a hard time with that. Yes, so when you first start these, a lot of time you lose a lot of water, and that is completely normal. So we can definitely help you. All right. So hair. I'm going to say it again because there's a lot of hair questions today. So hair, you have to get your protein. Protein, women are 100 grams a day, guys 120. That's the base. If you don't get the protein, you're going to lose your muscle, and that's not good either. Collagen. So what's super cool about collagen? is it also has protein in it. So when you have your protein, you can, that's going to help with their protein as well. So collagen, this is a marine-based collagen, which is fantastic. But then also they have a really good hair vitamin. Sorry about that. So they have a really good hair vitamin, Nutrafol, and you take 4 capsules a day. Take it with food. Word of the wise here. But you take this with food, and it really does help with restoring your hair. And you take 4 of them a day. And if you're interested, you can DM and I can help you with that. So hair vitamin hair vitamin and collagen are really, really important. How long does the nausea last? So if it's from the shot, it is going sometimes 1 to 3 days. Zofran, best friend, absolute best friend, I promise. You have to have Zofran. And that is how we know that it's from the shot, is because it's the first 3 days. You have to have Zofran. If it's after that, it's from something you ate, or it's a flu or a bug that you caught. Okay, that's so typically within the first 3 days, Sherry. All right, any way to help migraines? So migraines, so first of all, you need to talk to your provider, because if it's migraine, it could be from something you ate. It could be your blood sugar. It could be your heart rate, your blood pressure. There's so many things that it could be from. So you really need to talk to your provider. They might want to check labs. They need to check your vital signs. They need to check some other things that are going on, because migraines are not normal from these. So I would definitely recommend having a workup to see what's going on. Okay, R. Everybody listen, and listen very, very carefully when it comes to R. R is not released from Lilly. Lilly is the one that is creating it and manufacturing it, and they have not released it. It is only being sold on the gray market, okay? So R is not available only by foreign countries. It's sold on the gray market. The FDA has not released it. Me, as a licensed nurse practitioner in the state of Ohio and multiple other states, is not allowed to prescribe it. So be very, very careful if you are insistent on trying it before it is actually legit and provided in the country. I am not giving any advice on it. I will not tell you side effects, symptoms, or where or when or how to start it, because I don't know. I don't know. And look for the good. R is the newest, greatest, best, supposedly GLP on the market. I'm not even allowed to say the name on TikTok because I can get banned. TikTok will kick me out. So, Veronica, do you want to write that in there?
Yeah.
She said no. Megan, do you want to write that in there? Megan wants to write it in there. She can get banned. No, Megan said no. If you Google, if you're looking for a good time, if you want to Google GLPR, it'll probably pop up. But yeah, we don't want to. Nobody wants to write it in there because it's a bad word. All right. Zofran's a lifesaver. Somebody else just asked what is. I just explained what it is, but we're not allowed to say it. It's just a bad word. Yeah, I actually was looking on other people's pages, and they were saying that they were getting dinged and in trouble for even changing it around a little bit. So we're not going to say it at all. Do GLPs? Is there a link? Oh, this is a good one. I haven't had this question before. Is there a link between GLPs and miscarriages? Okay. It hasn't been researched enough to know this. So GLPs can cause pregnancies, and GLPs can correct infertility. So the GYNs in our area actually do recommend that you're off of them 2 months before you start trying to get pregnant. But we have had blessings in our office, 10 of them. And Veronica is one of them. And we have a beautiful 11-month-old baby boy who's turning 1 year old next month. He's so stinking cute. And he was one of these wonderful little blessings. She gave googly eyes on Recrea Health. And so the miscarriages thing, I guess it could happen because they actually haven't studied to see if what its reaction is. Same with like breastfeeding. They haven't studied it enough yet to know what its effect is on it, and can it transfer between breast milk to the baby. So it's not recommended that you breastfeed while you're on these. And as soon as you find out if you're pregnant, you need to get off of them. So there's not really enough research on that yet. So I can't give you an answer on that one. But that's a great question. We haven't had that one yet. Actually, I should do a video on that one. Yeah, Veronica says don't play around on those GLPs. Yeah, because they can give you a baby. So if you want a baby, there you go. If you don't want a baby, make sure you protect yourself. There you go. So there you go, people. Is semaglutide basically B12? No, it's not. No, there's some B12 in there, but not a ton. They have to mix it with something. So yes, we do ship to Alaska. Blaze, is that how you say that? We do ship to Alaska. The cost is a little bit more, same as Hawaii. The cost is just a little bit more to ship out there because you guys got some crazy shipping prices, just to let you know. I was on I had a standstill, had to stop because of surgery on my ankle. Resumed. Yeah, I go off for surgery 2 weeks before, and then sometimes I'm off like a week, and then I restart, and then this last time, that's what happened, is I was off for my second shoulder surgery this summer, and I went back on, and there you go. It just, sometimes going off, it really does work. So we do that sometimes. Don't be scared to start. Oh my gosh. It's life-changing. It's completely life-changing. Look at my picture in the background. That was me. And this has been such a life changer. And I highly recommend that you do this. Do people get headaches with this? Not typically from the medication. It's typically because of the way you've changed your life, or you're not getting enough hydration, you're not getting enough calories, or it might be because you're waiting so long in between meals and your blood sugar is dropping. There's a lot of different things that it could be, but it's not typically from the medication itself. Well, I love that sunflowers there. I am not, no pharmacy has, no pharmacy's paying me. Nobody is paying me. I am my own nurse practitioner. I am my own clinic. I actually started my clinic. I don't have anybody that pays me to do this. So I know a lot of nurses and nurse practitioners are working for somebody, or they are being paid by somebody. I am not. I am my own individual. So I can say and do whatever I want, and nobody is telling me what to do. I am my own boss. Okay. So there you go. And you guys are my supporters, and you are my fans, and I love it because nobody is telling us what we can do or can't do, and it's fantastic. So that's it. And I actually, vet, I am a Navy vet. I don't know if that's what you mean there, or if you are a dog vet, but I am a Navy vet. I am a former hospital corpsman, and I have been a nurse practitioner now for about 19 years. I've been in the medical field for 30 years, but my passion is to teach and educate. And, yes, you can get your meds from us. Absolutely 100% you can get your meds from us. We're in 47 states. But I am mainly here because I am so tired of hearing of people sick, nobody educating them on what to eat or what not to eat, or how to take these meds, or like somebody just told us that they were off for a couple weeks and their doctor and their pharmacist told them, yes, you can just take the dose that you did before you got sick, and then they got sick. That just irks me to no end. Why would they do that? Why would they do that? So, it just, Ooh, it just irritates me. Helm. Yes, there you go. Is your gig line straight, Henry? All right. Was wondering about pain management while pregnant. Do you happen to have any recommendations? I know that is a good one. I would definitely talk to your OB about that because that's a good one. That's a hard one. That's a really hard one. Definitely talk to your OB about that one. Yeah. Oof. That's tough. All right. On O for with type 2 and lost W. For, okay. On Arizona Dark Horse, go to my Recrea Health page, follow it. Then there is a video specifically for diabetics. And it went kind of viral, not viral, but a little bit viral. And it tells you exactly what you need to do as a diabetic. After you watch that, then if you still have questions, DM me and I can help you. Because when you're a diabetic and you're on these, it's a little bit harder. So there's some things that you have to do as a diabetic when you're on these. Unfortunately, it's not as easy, but I can help you. I can definitely help you. I have one guy, oh my gosh, he is amazing. And actually there's some videos on my Recrea Health page with him. His name's Green Hornet. He was actually a professional wrestler. And he was a 9 A1C, I think. Couldn't tie his own shoes. That guy is down over 100 now, and he is like a 5.1 A1C, and so we can do it. We can absolutely do it, but it's just a little bit harder. So we can help you. So just give us a call. I get itchy after 12 hours, or get itchy 12 hours after injection. Talk to your provider because it might be what it's mixed with. It might be something else that's in there. So definitely, talk to your provider so that they can help you with that. You might just need a little bit of Benadryl too, something like that. I've stalled 3 weeks. All right, stall. Anytime you stall, what I would recommend is calories. Never less than 1,200. A lot of people, and when you stall, you have to count calories. I know it stinks. I'm sorry. I just heard the whole world go, oh, I heard you guys. I heard every single one of you do it. There's about 200 of you on here right now. So you have to count the calories, unfortunately. I am so sorry. But what you have to do is count the calories, women 13 to 1,400, guys 16 to 1,800. You have to count your protein. You should be counting your protein from day one anyways, but protein, women 100 grams a day, guys 120 grams a day. Then you have to look at your activity level. You have to look at your BMI, because if your BMI is 24.9 to 28 or 29, now you're in that really hard part where it gets tough. So then you have to really start thinking, okay, what do I need to do? So now you've looked at your calories, you looked at your protein. You're like, okay, Ange, I'm hitting all of those numbers. Now what's the problem? So then that's when we have to, okay, do we add the lipo burn in? DM me and I can help you with that. That's 70 extra a month. Then there's some other things that we can do. So if you're doing the things I just said, then DM me and my team and I can help you figure that out. Okay, how do you figure out your BMI? You can Google actually BMI. I personally like the CDC's website BMI because it actually is a little bit more, it's a little bit more specific than just your height and weight. It actually looks at your age, sex, height, and weight, so I like the CDC's better than just a random one. Or you can buy one of those fancy scales, which you can get some of them as cheap as $30. TikTok does have some really good ones on there. So you can go to TikTok. You can anywhere. But what I would suggest is I like those, but if you're going to get one of those scales, make sure it gives you your muscle mass. Because if you're going to spend the money, then what I want you to do is get one that gives you your muscle mass, not your muscle percentage, but your muscle mass, because then you know specifically how many grams of protein. For every pound of muscle is 1 gram of protein. So if you get that information, then you know how much protein, you know how much your BMI is, because when you get in that healthy BMI or that I can't say the F word, but the over F word, then it gets really difficult and you really have to put in some extra effort. And that's important to do. Period skipping, yes, that can be normal, but I tell people if it goes more than 2 months of that, then you need to reach out to your GYN because it's your PCOS. The PCOS is insulin resistance, and this is correcting your insulin resistance, and that can affect your cycles. So that's what you need to do. Any take on tesamorelin alongside of tea to help with visceral fat? I personally like samorelin better than tesamorelin. Tesamorelin is not FDA approved, and I'm not personally allowed to prescribe tesamorelin. So that's why I like samorelin, because I am allowed to prescribe it, and it's more FDA and it's more it's FDA regulated. So I like samorelin a little bit better than Tessa. So if you just take off the TE and then just do SER Morlin, then it's better and it works for that visceral fat. But honestly, if you're doing any of these GLPs and you're eating properly, your visceral fat is going to go down. I wanted to know if you had any tips on how to stop sulfur burps. I do. All right. So get rid of all simple carbs. Anything processed to be white, cut it out of your life. Okay. The second thing is, and Johnny, I'm assuming you are a male, but, and I know I shouldn't assume that, but you know, Johnny, well, I guess Johnny can be a girl name. Doggone it. Okay. Johnny, if you're a girl, then you want to get Zenwise, Zenwise. If you are a boy, you want to get Oxbile, Oxbile. So Zenwise is available on my Recrea Health page. Okay, I'm a male. Thank you, Johnny. All right. So what Oxbile is really good. Oxbile is fantastic. You take it, I think it's once or twice a day. You just read the label, but you want basically a digestive enzyme, because what happens is these slow down your digestion, the GLPs do, and that's part of how they work. So what happens is the food sits in your stomach and it doesn't move through easy enough. So what you want to do is you want to take a digestive enzyme to help move that food through, but also stay away from simple carbs and high glycemic foods, such as like juicy fruits or like a carrot. Sometimes carrots can cause sulfur burps, but they are brutal and they can clear out a room. So simple carbs, so anything processed white sugar, flour, pasta, rice, or your fruits, and then get digestive enzymes. So Zenwise, but it's female because it has like female health in it as well. But Zenwise is good for the girls and Oxbile is good for the guys. And that's available. I can't even say the other word, but you can find it. It's pretty easy to find. Okay. On the other page, I have no clue where I'm at, so I apologize. Yes, people without a gallbladder can take these, no issues whatsoever. Just make sure you stay very well hydrated and make sure that you're getting your fiber. Let's just talk about bowels because nobody's asked about it, but I figure all of you are probably wondering. So this slows down your digestion from the top to the bottom. So you need to make sure you're taking your fiber. I personally like Metamucil gummies. There is a new one out called Mera Fiber, but you need to take your Metamucil. I like gummies. Just like them. I think I'm getting gummy bears every day because I eat lots of gummies, but I like gummies, Metamucil gummies. You need to take a probiotic. I personally like Leaf Air. I just did a video this morning. I like to make the videos for that because they're just funny and I like to be funny. So there's a new video for that. There's a lot of probiotics out there that are available. Zenwise is a good probiotic as well. So you can take that as well. So there's Zenwise, there's Leaf Air, just any really probiotic. I also do have one available for the gentlemen. If you want to DM me, I can help you with that one. And then there is also, so probiotic, fiber, then Mag 14 and 1. Everybody used to talk about this Mag 7, but why would you want to take Mag 7 when there's a 14 and 1? I mean, I don't know. I would rather take a 14 and 1. That's also available on my Recrea Health page as well. Then if you don't go for one day, you're taking Miralax. And then if you don't go for 2 to 3 days, then you're taking what I call Big Daddy Plus. And that was, I did a video on that as well this morning. I think it was this morning. So you definitely, or yeah, it was either this morning or Thursday. So definitely take that as well. Can GLP help with Hashimoto's? Absolutely, it can. It's safe to take with Hashimoto's, but a lot of time, I mean, it might not help the Hashimoto's, but I have heard people say, Megan Slippery. I don't know if you just watched my video this morning, Megan, but it was hilarious. But I do like to do some funny videos with the leaf air. Absolutely. Pretty much. Yeah. Because it has slippery elm in it, which is good for the girly health. And I just, one of my daughters said it was cringeworthy videos. So now I just have to push the envelope a little bit just to be a little bit more cringeworthy. All right. So, okay. We talked about a lot of this. If I did not answer your question, please DM me. I will be more than happy to Megan knows what I'm throwing down. If you have daughters, you know, or even just I don't think my son gets on here, but you know, you just have to make it. You just have to. It's just what we're here for, to embarrass our kids. That's what our parents did. But if I didn't answer your question, please, please, please reach out to me. I definitely would like to answer it. So yes, it is safe to take with Hashimoto's. Absolutely. Any thyroid issues. The only thyroid issue that you cannot take this with is thyroid medullary cancer. That is the only one that you cannot take this with. And everything else is perfectly fine. I have just about 15, 20 more minutes, and then I have to get off. I have a patient coming into the office. I had gastric bypass in 2023, which is the best GLP. Honestly, everybody, I recommend Sema. Unless they've had an allergic reaction to it, I just recommend Sema. Because it's less expensive and it's one molecule different. They have the same side effects. They have the same way that they work. Tea is just more expensive. I honestly get more nauseous on tea, but I highly recommend it starting with us. And we do sell it. So if you are interested in purchasing from us, we are in 47 states. Our S is $2.99. Our T is $4.50. So, you know, we are here. We do offer free consults. So if you are interested, just DM and I can help you with that. Is the S mostly B12? No, it is not. So, you know, we do try to make sure that we keep things very simple. I love simplicity. We have too much dang confusion and complexity in our lives anyways. So why make things more complex? So, you know, definitely just reach out for us. Yeah, women protein is 100 grams a day. Guys is 120. Again, I try to keep things extremely simple because too much complexity in our lives. Why do we need more complexity in our lives? You know what I'm saying? All right, please follow me. I really do try to keep things light and simple and funny. I do a lot of teaching and educating. I really do. So follow both pages, Recrea Health and Recrea Wellness. I really do appreciate it. And follow, you could share. I only have a few more minutes, but you can definitely share me. Constipation, again, fiber, probiotics, Miralax, and Mag 14 in 1 is what I do highly recommend. And it does have mag citrate in it as well, because a lot of people are grow mag citrate. But why only take 7 when you can take 14? You know, that's what I say. What if you're on the highest dose of MJ and the hunger and food are coming back? Protein. I am not kidding. If you are getting your protein and you're maintaining your protein, then you will be just fine. You won't have the hunger and the craving. Somebody went to Google and R popped right up. I told you, it's there. I'm telling you, it's right there. On compound GLP for 4 months, I have not. Okay. If you are not responding, okay, that's rare, extremely rare. I question where you're getting it from. Honestly, I really do. We don't have that here. We do not have that here. It doesn't happen. So what probiotic do you recommend? If you go to my page, this is Bobby Rose. If you go to my page, which you're on, Recrea Health, and you look down, there is a pink bottle with yellow writing. It's called Leefar, Leefar. That is the one that I highly recommend. Now, if you need digestive enzymes, there's another one called ZenWise. ZenWise. I don't have them in here, or I'd show you them. But ZenWise is one with digestive enzymes, and then Leefar, Leefar, is pink bottle with yellow writing. The one this morning was somebody stole our, what did I say? I was dry and I can't poop, is what the title of it is. It's sitting on the counter and it's pink and yellow. Can't miss it. But if, so back to my question, or back to the question. So if you're on a compound for 4 months and you're not responding, something's up. That's not normal. That is not normal. Most people that are on ours, don't have that issue. They are definitely either you are what you're eating or it's the medication. Typically at that point, it's the medication. That's not normal. Yeah, that's not normal at all. Digestive enzymes. I like for women ZenWise because it has probiotic and it has the digestive enzyme in it. And it also has the female health in it as well. Then I also highly recommend that you are taking the like a multivitamin with the B's in it as well. Or you could do like the LipoBurn that we have. You can DM me for that. I would recommend that as well. How effective are the pill? There's sublingual and there's a pill. They are not nearly as effective as the shot. And that's just from what patients have told me. I don't prescribe or haven't prescribed either. I had a patient refuse to do the sublingual because that's all I could get of tea in California. And she just refused because she had done research and found that it wasn't as good. How do you know if you need digestive enzymes? One, because you have the sulfur burps, or two, you just feel like the food is sitting in your stomach. That's how you know if you need digestive enzymes. So you started the Allay probiotic. I'm not constipated anymore. I've heard that's a pretty decent one. It's fairly expensive, I've heard. So that's why some people don't like to start that one. All right. Thank you all you guys for following me. I really, really do appreciate it. I'm trying to grow my Recrea Wellness page, but I really need to grow my Recrea Health page. So please follow both pages. I really do appreciate everything that you guys are doing for me. So sulfur burps and gas. One, make sure if you're on whey and you're getting gas, whey can be the culprit of that. Make sure you're taking your fiber, because fiber is going to help with 3 different things. It's going to help with hunger control, keep you regulated, but it also helps with glycemic control. So it's going to help balance out everything, which is really good as well. Sulfur burps a lot of times are from your complex or simple carbs, which is anything processed white. You don't want any of that in your life because it's bad for you. And it makes you look like that picture in the background. So you want to stay away from those. Sulfur burps need digestive enzymes. And then never ever eat whatever it was that you ate that gave it to you. That's not good. Diverticulitis, right here, wait a second. On MJ, only lost in our 9, pre-diabetic. Is this, yes, okay. Is it normal on the 6th shot? Yes. Women are 1 to 3 a week. Guys are 3 to 5 a week. So, and being a diabetic, yeah, you are going to go slow, and that's okay. That is absolutely 100% okay. So going slow is fine, and it is okay. We want you to go slow, because if you go slow, you're going to keep it off, and that's a good thing. We want you to do that. So just going slow and low and low dose, all of that is a good thing. We do not want fast. My practice is in Medina, Ohio. So I'm actually located in Ohio. And just to let y'all know, I'm freezing. And it's not even winter yet. Just wanted y'all to know that. I'm cold. Can you take ZenWise every day before every meal? Yes, you can. Absolutely 100%. It says right before a meal 1 to 3 times a day. So whatever you need to do. Yeah. And some people are just always consistently slow, and that's totally fine. What do you recommend for burps and gas? Zenwise. Zenwise is fantastic for that. Now, if I drink whey, I am bloated and tons of gas. So you need to figure out, is it the protein that you're drinking? Because that can definitely cause a lot of burps and gas. So and then are you getting simple carbs? Because simple carbs can cause a lot of burping and gas. So you need to figure that out too. So, you need to look at your, what you're taking in, because that can cause it. And then are you moving your bowels every day? Because if you're not, that can cause a lot of problems too. Yes, I can spell it for you. So I'm going to put Zenwise in the chats. So 1 second here, typing. Veronica, can you put Zenwise in the Recrea Wellness? I don't know how to do it. I did it in the Recrea Health. But if you go to Recrea Health, it's actually in videos, and it has a green lid on a black bottle. And actually, I'll do a video as soon as we're done for Zenwise, because I haven't done a video on that one, I think, since Thursday last week. So it's probably not fresh up to the top, but it's a bright green cap. So I'll put a video up for that. So definitely can do that. Would this work for an older female with menopause and diverticula? Absolutely, 100%. And you have to think diverticula is inflammation of your bowel. So, and then you're already on a healthier diet. So absolutely 100%. And just to let everybody know, we also do bioidentical hormone replacement. So we can do that as well in 47 states. So just reach out to us and we can help you with that as well. And I'm 51. So I can definitely help you with all that stuff. So if you are exhausted, LipoBurn is amazing for that, because one, it has fat burner in it, but it has energy support in it as well, and immunity support. So if you're interested in LipoBurn, DM me, because it's going to help you with the stall, but it's going to help you with energy, because it has all kinds of B vitamins in it, and it's going to help with us getting into winter for some immunity support. Yeah, the burps are awful. Oh my gosh, I did one video on the Recrea Health page, and my husband and I both had the sulfur burps. And you want to talk about disgusting? Our bedroom that night was like a Dutch oven, the whole bedroom. It was absolutely disgusting. And we had 2 fans and the ceiling fan going, and we both about died. It was horrible. I'm on GLP for 2 months, and my W is going down, but I'm not losing. Stomach F. That's normal, because you have to think that the visceral that's down and deep is going to take a long time. Now, what will happen is the outer part will go down, but the stuff down and deep takes a lot longer and it's harder. So you definitely you're going to have to work on it, but give it time. It will. And there are some people that believe that if you inject in the stomach, it's going to help it go away faster. So that is a thing that people do believe in. I started this thing because I have like herniated disc and degenerative disc disease and all of this stuff. So I started every morning before I get out of bed. And I'll tell you what, this really has made a difference. So I started out with just lifting my feet and doing like a crunch every morning. And I have actually worked up to 2 minutes, where now I'm actually lifting my shoulders up. So I'm doing an abdominal crunch and I'm lifting my feet up at the same time. And I'm up to 2 minutes. And I've been doing this for 3 months now, and I'm actually seeing where both my upper and lower stomach is actually shrinking quite a bit. So I would try it, start trying it, and it's actually working for me quite a bit. OMG, my husband has been sleeping on the couch for a month because of it being so bad. Well, what's great is my husband and I are on these, so it's, oh, your husband's on it too? And you're... I love it. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious, Chris. Oh my goodness, that's funny. Well, well, at least we both just put up with it. I guess the circulation in our room is handling it all. He's the one with the bag. Oh my gosh, he's the one with the bag gas. Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. He needs digestive enzymes. Get him ox bile. Oh my God, I love you guys. You are just so awesome. See, isn't this fun? Yes, you can take creatine. Bloom, oh, Jose. I don't know, Bloom is for girls or men, or I don't know, but Bloom has a really good one. And GNC has a really good one. I like GNC's. It's flavorless, and I put it in my protein shake. But yes, you can do it before you work out. I see friends on GLP in the 20s. I'm worried malnourished because they are eating so little. Yes. So we have a rule here in my clinic that you cannot do your BMI cannot go less than 22. So we yes, I agree with you that this is an issue. Now, what happens is a lot of these online places don't have any rules, and they don't have any way of checking up, and they don't check up on people, and that's a problem. So we do telehealth visits. We have a weekly check-in. We're always like on people, monitoring them, and that is yeah, that's a big problem, because I am terrified. I am so worried about how this is all unfolding out in this world. And that is why I want to make this force of providers that can really get out there and start fixing things. So yeah, it scares me. It really scares me. So I'm really trying to fix things. So yeah, if you were somebody that used to get a lot of diarrhea and now you're on these and you've noticed that your bowels are getting better, that's definitely a thing. If you have no appetite whatsoever, you need to decrease your dose. Very important that you know that if you are not eating at all, or you're not eating much at all, you need to decrease your dose, because that is very scary. That is because you're not eating enough. And you're not going to get enough calories in, you're not going to get enough protein in, and then you're going to have bad results from it. So I would say definitely decrease your dose. Call me, do a free consultation, because we need to talk to you and help you figure out what's going on. Okay, so definitely decrease your dose. So I would highly recommend doing that. Okay, guys, I got a few more minutes. I'm going to scroll through these. If I did not get to your question, I apologize. It happens all the time because I get off on tangents. I just love talking to you guys. And it's a one-way conversation. I don't know if you guys have noticed this or not. I mean, other than me reading your questions, it's a one-way conversation. I feel like I'm going crazy because I'm sitting here talking to myself, basically. Really, honestly, if you think about it. Yeah, I'm going to end up in a loony bin somewhere. Okay, so my S is $2.99 in most states. My T is $4.50 in most states. Oh, well, good. I'm glad you hear me. All right, so Megan's going to be in the loony bin with me. All right, Jose too. He's always on here. All right, so our S is $2.99 in most states. Our T is $4.50 in most states. And we are always available. We're always more than happy to help you. Please follow both of my pages, Recrea Health and Recrea Wellness. Recrea Health is my main page. And like I said, I like to get in trouble sometimes. And that's why I'm building my backup page, because there have been a lot of people that have lost their page talking about these things. So I want to make sure that I have my backup page growing, so that when and if that does happen, that you guys can always find me. So my name is Angela. I am a nurse practitioner. I have a clinic in Medina, Ohio. It's called Recrea Health and Wellness, hence the names of my pages. And I have a lot of products on my Recrea Health page that is to support the GLP journey. So you definitely can go over there and you can find almost everything that I've been talking about. I was confused because I have been trying to block all of you hacking GLP, and you just came up again. Well, I'm sorry, Kiki. I was like, OMG, it's her. I thought I blocked her. I'm like a bad, bad penny. I'm always around going to get you, Kiki. You must need me in your life, because I just keep popping up. Why do you want to block me? I'm awesome. I'm going to be there for you. You need me. All right. If anything, I'm just humorous and I'm just good to have around for a good laugh every now and then. All right. All right, guys, that is, if you just want a free consultation and you just need to talk to somebody about anything, you can always reach out to us. We do hormones, we do GLPs, but I'm basically just here to make sure that you're healthy, that you are getting the doses that you need, that you getting the information that you need. And I don't need GLPs. I am so sick of seeing all this. Well, if anything, you can get She's Juicy. And, you know, that's what I mean, I talk about She's Juicy all the time, Kiki. I'm just funny, Kiki. That's all it is to it. I'm just, yeah. So if you guys just need anything, I'm here for you. Yeah, maybe that's why TikTok keeps giving you me, because I'm funny. Well, see, Kiki, TikTok just thinks you need me. That's all there is to it. So there you go. So it just wants to give you all that other stuff. You just put the GLP stuff out and you just look at the other stuff. I just posted a good She's Juicy video. So there you go. But you guys are amazing. I absolutely love you. And I thank you so much for following me and sharing my lives. I will be back tomorrow. I actually am trying to generate the my live coming up, or whatever you want to call it, trying to plan in the future kind of things here. And I wish TikTok would push out my Recrea Health, but it does not want to do that anymore. I don't know why. I think because I got in trouble too much. But thank you to, I know it is a funny way to make a living, right? I know I am, but I really don't make much of a living doing it this way, but I am getting a lot of educating and teaching, because honestly, I really think keeping people safe on here is really, really important, because that is what drives me nuts, is that there's so many people out there getting sick from these. Kiki, I know why God and TikTok keep putting me in your life, because you know people that are on these and they need me in their lives because they are getting sick and they're doing this the wrong way. And what else is great? Anybody that you guys refer to us, you get $30. So there you go. Kiki, that's why you're here. If they couldn't buy it here, it wouldn't be, if they couldn't buy it here, it wouldn't be unsafe. If you actually need this, your doctor will talk about it with, not really. And you know what, Kiki, a lot of times the doctors don't know as much as I do. Somebody on the page a little while ago said their doctor and their pharmacist, after they'd been off for 3 weeks, told them to go ahead and take the dose that they had already been taking, and the person got violently ill. So a lot of times I think the doctors don't even know what to tell people to do. But like I said, I've been doing these for 4 years personally and prescribing for 4 years. So I really do know what's going on. As well with the hormones, I've been doing bioidentical hormones for 4 years as well. So anything you guys need, yes, 4 years. And that's my picture in the background. So I don't ever want to go back to that person. I am a notorious yo-yoer. I was definitely having a lot of issues. I had food addiction issues, and I absolutely love where I am now, and I'm perfectly happy with where I am now, and I feel fantastic. So I am signing off. Thank you, everybody, for your support today. I will see you tomorrow. I think it's about 1 o'clock tomorrow. And if you are here, if you want to log on, I would love to have you. I told you not to eat. Oh my goodness gracious. Somebody said their doctor started them on 5. 5's a little high. I typically start out at 3 or 2.5 of tea. So that's a little bit high. But I will see you guys tomorrow. I have to go. I have a patient coming in. So if you need anything, DM. If you're interested in LipoBurn, DM. If you're interested in Nutrafol, DM. If you want a free consultation, DM on either page, Recrea Health or Recrea Wellness. I am definitely here for you. If you want to talk about hormones, I am definitely here for you. We do male and female hormones. hormones. And I'm grateful that you guys are here. You're absolutely wonderful. You have a fantastic day. 1,000 calories is way too little. Women should be 1,300 to 1,400 calories. Guys should be 1,600 to 1,800 calories. And please don't eat less than 1,200 calories ever, because that is not good for your body. You're going to go into a state of starvation. Unless you are under a physician or a provider eyeball, and they are watching you very closely, because you can't do that for more than 30 days if you're under 1,000 calories. And Hank, I'm assuming you're a dude. 1,000 calories is definitely not enough for a guy to be on for very, very long. All right, guys. You have an absolutely wonderful day. And if you are on that, Hank, at 15 milligrams, you need to decrease your dose. And then you'll be able to eat the more calories. All right, guys. DM if you have any questions. Thank you. Have an absolutely wonderful day. I really do appreciate you guys.